Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament, of the King James Version of the Bible. The book of Zion itself is written entirely in Bible verse. And the Pot Smoker's Bible is actually the commentary to the book of Zion. If you want to see the book in its published form, go to Pot Smoker's Bible on YouTube and you will find it there. Now, today, I am going on with the story of how our galaxy was created and why our planet was created and how the unicorn maid was created. It's an old and ancient tale that nobody knows the origins of, unless, of course, this is it. Now, I'm not claiming any of this. I'm really not. It's just too fantastic. I'm just telling you what I experienced and what I've been told. And this is a story that I was told about Zeus and Hera. When Zeus and Hera became a god and goddess, Hera vowed never to reconcile with Zeus. And that caused a lot of problems in this galaxy because it allowed darkness to enter in, which caused a lot of problems, as you can well imagine. Now, at first, Zeus thought that it was just a matter of time that Hera would come around, that their true love would overcome her jealousy, and eventually they would get back together. Not happening. No. Hera had vowed a vow that could not be broken. Because vows are like that. They're very, very powerful. And without great effort, once a vow is stated and enacted, it is hard as hell to get out of it. Now, eventually, Zeus came to realize that he wasn't going to win her love back through ordinary means. So he started bugging her, and eventually she told him about that vow that she had made, that she would never reconcile with him. And that sent him on a quest, because he loved Hera with all of his heart and soul. He had not truly cared for any of those women that he had messed with. He had always been trying to win her love. So, he was heartbroken when he realized that she would never take him back. And after many, many struggles and attempts and tries, he finally sought outside help. He went to the three fates. And anybody who knows their Greek mythology knows who the three fates are. And he asked them, how can I win Hera back? And the fates told him, the only way to break a vow is with another vow. So, he would have to force her into making another vow, which would counteract her original vow and therefore break it. And that she would have to be bound by this vow too. So he would have to force her to vow that the only way that she would take him back was if he did something that would give him the means to win her back. And they told him that no matter what she said, what that vow was, he had to perform it no matter how impossible that was. So, he should be prepared for a very, very hard time of it. It would be the epic quest of all epic quests. But Zeus loves Hera with all of his heart and soul, with all of his being, and he would do anything to win her back. And so he went on a campaign to force her to make a vow that would release her from her prior vow. Because if he could do that, then she would be bound by the new vow, And if that vow said that she would take him back and forgive him, then she would take him back and forgive him if he performed whatever she required. And so through millennia, he waged a campaign to drive her just totally bonkers and crazy until the day finally came when she made a vow that would allow him to undo the former vow that kept her from forgiving him for cheating on her. And when that vow came, it created the legend of the unicorn maid. Because she said that the only way that he would ever forgive her for his infidelity was if he created for her a woman who was so perfect that she would go through hell in a similar situation with a man who did a similar thing. But she would have to love him enough to forgive. Only then would she be willing to do so. But she wanted that woman to be the unicorn maid. That she would be the one to have the unicorn people. Because that's what the unicorn maid was. The mother of all unicorn people. And the unicorn people are all those who embrace truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. So, Zeus had one hell of a problem on his hands. He had to find a way to create the unicorn maid. To create a woman who embraced and embodied the unicorn way so completely that she would forgive her mate when he did the same thing to her. And so, he set out on an epic quest of epic quests to find a way to change a unicorn into a person, a human. Because up until that point, there was only unicorns in the equine sense. Born from God only knows when back in time. But he had to find a way to make a unicorn people. The unicorn maid. The foretold, fabled unicorn maid. And it was up to him to create her. So, he went on a quest to find a way to make unicorn people. He went it he went searching the known galaxies, the known universes, for the way to make the unicorn people. Of course, he went to the unicorns. They thought he was crazy. But they also knew that there was the legend of the unicorn people. So they knew from their creation that someday some god would come to them and want to create a people of the unicorns. So they already knew the legend themselves because they were the origins of the unicorn people. So Zeus had to go through a set of trials by the unicorns to prove himself worthy of that pledge. Did he love Hera enough to warrant the sacrifice that it would take of the unicorns to create such a people? And so Zeus went through ungodly amounts of hell, justifying and proving himself to the unicorns that he was worthy, that she was worthy of the unicorn people. And finally, after millennia of labors, where Hera was left to her own devices, free from him at least physically, which actually was a good thing for both of them because it helped to separate her from him to a point where she could stop festering on it, and that was part of the problem. So, while Zeus was off in galaxies unknown doing unknown things for the unicorn people, for the unicorns, Hera was managing the galaxy. And it was a female version of the galaxy because Zeus was gone for so long. But he finally eventually won through all the trials that the unicorns put it to. And they said, yes, we will create for you unicorn people. The unicorn, we will give you the unicorn. We'll let you know, he said. They told him, we'll let you know when the time is right. So you go back to your galaxy and you do your best to try to be nice to Hera, to prep the way. So, Zeus came home and did everything that he could to try to win Hera's love back. And he told her, I will do what you said. You wait, I will give you will have your unicorn people. She didn't believe him. For a very long time, she did not believe him. Well, at that same time, in this other distant universe where the unicorns come from, an entire solar system was created for the sole purpose of crossbreeding bipedal humanoid creatures with unicorns. And that is a tale for another day, which will be my next episode. How you take a unicorn to make a human out of it, or how you take a human to make a unicorn out of it, however you want to say it. So, the next time, I will tell you the story of how Zion was born. Until then, may the Great watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May they teach you right from wrong. May your words, thoughts, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Be the joy, my people. Find your joy. End your suffering and sorrow. Watch my videos on mental health. Find your joy and spread your joy. Let's transform this dark, dismal world that we live in into a place of light and beauty. It can be done the unicorn way. So, think pure, good thoughts, positive thoughts. Speak only true, good, and positive words. Let no lie pass your lips. Let no lie pass your thought forms. And make sure that everything that you do benefits others as well as yourself. Because to benefit others is the unicorn way. If you use drugs, stay heavy now, my friends. You have every right and reason to. Because you are the unicorn people. Or so they say. So, I'm going to say later now. Because I will never say goodbye.